So on a couple of forums I'm on, a couple pages I'm on, they talk about which lane should you ride in. So I'm going to take a ride today and we're going to pick some lanes as we drive around. To me, your lanes are going to change constantly depending on the conditions of the road. So obviously we've got lanes 1, 2, and 3 going from closest to the yellow line being 1, furthest to the shoulder being 3. I like to ride right between 2 and 3 because that gives me an easy out to get off the road if I have to, but it doesn't keep me right in the center, and I'm not quite up on the edge where usually gravel and debris catches. So here we see some rocks in the dead center. That's about common for things in the middle to not get kicked out of the way because no tires are hitting them. So now I got to move around to the side because there's a pothole, back over to 2, back to 3, another set of potholes in 2, and then up here we've got a plethora of shit. So we're just gonna like weave right through the middle of it, pick the least disruptive amount of potholes and just weave around them. Something else that has a lot to do with your placement is your visibility to other drivers. If I'm passing another driver, I am going to be as far away from him as possible. So if I'm passing him on his left, I'm going to go as far into 1 as I can. If I'm passing him on his right, I'm going to be as far over into 3 as I can. 2 reasons. 1, I'm making sure that I'm not in his blind spot, and also if he does decide to come over, I've already got some cushion to where I can see him start coming into my lane before he's actually in my lane. I'm back into my preferred 2-3 split. Again, my 2-3 split's broken up by some potholes. Back into 2. Now here's where most people get their ideas that you should never drive into. Up at a stop sign. That is where you're going to get a lot of debris settling, oil settling from cars. In this instance, usually most of your drive stuff is on the left-hand engine side of the car. So not only are you going to have stuff in lane 2, it's going to be in lane 1 also. Didn't get to stop at that one, didn't get a good look at it. Oh, toe straps. Another good reason just to keep your eyes open on the road and not decide this is just the lane I'm going to be in. You never know what's going to pop up over the horizon. Or from out from under another car. Always be ready to move. Hands loosely on the grips. Now if this means you're going to have to give yourself a little more lead time between you and the next car, make it happen. You are the master of your own destiny. Gravel. Yep, don't worry about grass clippings. Gravel and sand is your real enemy, and people that are turning up into the road. So I'm waiting for this guy that's in my right to move over. He didn't, good, but I gave him room anyway. Now around Memphis, around this area, we've got a lot of concrete trucks hauling. We've got some concrete mills, you want to call them that? And they do a lot of dumps in the road when they're parked. We just passed a few. I don't know if you can see them very well, but when they stop, their concrete slides dump, and usually they all fall into lane 3 because that's where their slide goes down. It's not always the case. More gravel. Not always the case, but most of the time it is. Okay, we're gonna get around this guy. Not sure where their head is, but And definitely anytime you see somebody careening into the road, prepare for them to not go into the lane that they're supposed to, i.e. the closest lane to them. Prepare for them to swing wide, because they might be smoking a cigarette, eating, doing all kinds of who knows what with the other hand while they try to steer with one hand, which is going to make them turn wide every time. A lot of survey trucks out, looks like, so be prepared for people to be stopped in the road to either gawk or not run over a surveyor. Those things are important. And people will stop for no reason, mostly because they have no idea what to do. Here's some more concrete dump up here. Me and the little motorcycles, we're gonna okay, buddy. All right. Well, I guess that's a short impromptu. Not a lesson, I guess, just some advisement on how to pick a lane and how to keep your eyes open. All right, guys. Well, till next time, be safe.